after midnight.
No one has entered these halls for decades, but tonight, something came back.
Once you step inside, the school remembers you, and it never lets you leave.
They say the bell only rings when another soul is claimed.
The last bell. The air smelled like wet cement and mold as I stepped through the rusted gates of St. Augustine's School. 22 years had passed, yet the building loomed exactly as I remembered. Tall, cracked walls, windows like black hollow eyes, and the faded sign that once welcomed us now hung crooked, one bolt away from collapsing. I told myself I came here for closure, but deep down, I knew the truth. I came back because I still hear the bell. No one else hears it, just me. Every night at exactly 2:13 a.m., that old iron bell tolls once. Sharp, heavy, final. The town sealed the school after the tragedy. They said the fire destroyed the records. But I remember everything. At least, I think I do. I push the door open. It groans like something waking from a deep sleep. My flashlight beam slices through layers of dust dancing in the air. Lockers line the corridor, their doors bent, some hanging open like mouths frozen mid-scream. As I step inside, the floorboards creak in rhythm with my heart. I inhaled the cold dampness, and suddenly, it's not 22 years ago anymore. It's then. We were 13, restless, loud, always running through these halls. Mrs. Holloway's voice echoed through the intercom that morning. All students report to the assembly hall immediately. We shuffled into neat lines, pretending to behave. But something was off. The teachers' faces were pale, whispering to each other with wide, nervous eyes. When we entered the hall, the old iron bell above the stage swung once. A deep, metallic clang rolled through the room. We laughed, but the teachers didn't. Then came the announcement. A student has gone missing. Her name was Farah. Quiet, top of the class. She never made it home yesterday. They searched everywhere. Lockers, bathrooms, even the attic, which had been sealed for years. No trace. I remember walking through the back corridor alone later that day, the one that led to the storage rooms no one used anymore. That's when I first heard it. Come upstairs. A whisper, soft and clear, curling through the empty air. I turned around. No one was there. The present fades. I find myself at that same corridor now, older but trembling like a child. My flashlight flickers, and for a moment, I swear I see small, wet footprints leading down the hallway. My breath fogs in the cold air. I follow. Back then, curiosity got the better of me. I pushed open the door to the old stairwell. It smelled like damp wood and something rotten. Each step groaned as I climbed. At the top was a narrow landing with a single wooden door. Behind it, whispers overlapped, like dozens of voices talking at once but never making sense. I pressed my ear against the wood. A sudden silence. Then, a knock. From the other side. 3 slow knocks. I ran. But that night, the whispers followed me home. Now, standing in that stairwell again, I gripped the rail, my palms slick with sweat. My flashlight beam catches something carved into the wall. She's still upstairs. My throat tightens. The days after Farah's disappearance blurred. More students claimed they heard whispers. Some saw shadows moving in empty rooms. One boy fainted in class after swearing a hand reached out of his locker. I started having dreams, the same every night, a figure at the top of the stairwell, face hidden in darkness, beckoning me closer. No one believed me. Then came the day. I found the door unlocked. I slipped inside. The attic was suffocatingly hot. Dust swirled like fog. In the center stood a single wooden desk carved with names, some familiar, some not. Behind it, the old iron bell hung from a wooden beam. It shouldn't have been up there. It belonged in the hall. Farah was there too. At least, I thought it was Farah. She stood in the corner, her face turned toward the wall, her hair hanging in matted strands. "Farah," I whispered. She turned slowly. Her eyes were gone, just hollow, dark sockets, leaking something black and thick. The bell swung on its own, one deafening clang. And then everything went white. I woke in the nurse's office. They said I'd been found screaming on the attic stairs, nails broken, hands bleeding as if I'd clawed at the walls. Farah was still missing. But I knew where she was. The present snaps back. I'm in that attic again. I don't remember climbing the stairs, but I'm here. The desk still stands. The carvings look fresher somehow. The bell hangs above, untouched by rust. In the corner, she's there. Exactly as before. Hair matted, face to the wall. My heartbeat thunders. I whisper, "Farah." She turns. The sockets are empty. But she smiles. The flashbacks twist. I remember more now. The teachers said the attic didn't exist. That door was sealed decades ago. No one could have gone up. But I did. And I wasn't alone. After that day, 3 more students disappeared. They said it was the fire that ended it all. But the fire wasn't an accident. I remember standing at the top of the stairwell, holding the lantern. Someone whispered, "Let it burn." And I did. The air in the attic grows hot. My flashlight dies. The only light comes from the bell, glowing faintly red like embers. The whispers return, louder than ever, filling every corner. "Come upstairs. Stay. Ring it. Remember." I stagger backward. Farah steps closer. Her mouth opens unnaturally wide, black liquid spilling onto the floor. "You came back. Now finish what you started." The bell begins to swing. I cover my ears, but the sound isn't coming from outside anymore. It's inside me. The walls peel, the ceiling cracks, shadows pour from the carvings on the desk like ink. And then I remember it all. I wasn't the survivor. I was the reason. The whispers weren't calling to me. They were coming from me. They found me in the ruins 22 years ago, curled under that desk, whispering the same phrase over and over. "She's still upstairs." No one else heard the bell. But I still do. The floorboards groan. The attic door slams shut. The bell swings one last time. Clang. Dawn breaks outside. The townsfolk pass by the old school, unaware, and somewhere inside the ruins, the bell tolls again. One ring. Heavy. Final.